Today we are talking about grandparents raising children. I'm going to start off by talking about resources we can give grandparents as educators. There are websites that I found that can provide lots of extra supports and information to give them respite, financial aid, educational resources. So the first site provides resources and discussions and information about the legal side of grandparents raising their grandkids. The next one provides resources on raising the grandchildren, including benefits they're eligible for, like food stamps or cash assistance or housing. The next website provides support from other families going through similar challenges. There's a group chat where you can talk to people, and it's a good community-based one. A plan to assist the grandparent would be, first, I would provide the list of resources to the grandparent to help them get additional benefits and support. Then I would ensure to provide them with support in the classroom for their grandchild. I would gather a list of resources to aid them with the child care, food banks, medical assistance, financial support, educational support, and even support groups for the emotional strain it may put on the student and their grandparent. The New Mexico One Generation Removed, Raised by Our Grandparents by Ed Williams. I chose this quote. Across New Mexico, grandparents have become an unofficial safety net, stepping up to raise their grandkids when their own children can't. More than 26,000 grandparents are raising 55,000 grandchildren, which works out to 10% of all the state's kids, nearly double the rate during the 1990s. This number is drastically high, and we should provide grandparents and parents more support to lower the amount of people who are unable to care for their own children. What happens when grandparents help raise children? New research reveals how grandparents play a key role as co-caregivers of their grandchildren across the globe. Co-parenting relationships with grandparents are not in alignment, then greater conflict between mothers and fathers can impact the emotional environment of the family and in turn drain children's energies and resilience. On the other hand, greater harmony in parent-grandparent co-parenting relationships can create more nurturing environment for children to observe and learn self-regulation. Families need to work together to provide a positive and meaningful relationship with their children. New Mexico Searchlight Connections, Juliana Brenner. This is one of the many struggles that home visitors like Rodriguez face during the pandemic that has replaced home visits with phone check-ins and text messages. Home visiting, one of the most effective efforts in New Mexico's determination to improve a child's well-being, went through significant changes in a matter of days. COVID has impacted all family relationships, including the grandparents raising grandchildren. Being able to get the proper support and guidance, even from CYFD, has become lax and sometimes can't be relied upon when a family needs it most. Families and partners in education. Parents were told it was important that children feel loved and wanted and were advised to hold love and enjoy their children and to rely on their own good judgment in making children rearing decisions. Parents were also encouraged to provide a home life that was supportive of the individual differences and allowed each child to grow into a well-adjusted adult. Development was a natural process, and maturation could not be pushed. When parents provide children with a stable and happy environment, they will thrive, and hopefully we can provide them with support. In 2009, the U.S. Census reported that a majority of children who live with only their grandparents live in poverty. It is important to provide resources for grandparents as they become responsible for raising their grandchildren so they can provide a stable, healthy, and nurturing environment for them while confronting interpersonal and environmental challenges. In 2018, nearly 1.5 million grandparents must work to support grandchildren. I believe if we can help families recover from poverty and get assistance needed to provide a happy and healthy home life, many would not need to rely on grandparents to take over their responsibilities. That's it.